All right, I think, but I don't know if I think it's the right time for what I'm thinking in regards to the iPad Pro, because what I'm thinking has me going back and forth on my thoughts about iPadOS, but I'm thinking what I'm thinking could be the right thing to think. Wait, what? Let me just tell you guys if it's finally time to buy the iPad Pro. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's up, y'all? CKID here, man. Welcome back from my previous video that I just did, that I talked about the new 2019 Mac Pro, which you probably are coming from, and how I felt it was not for you. So pretty much how I explained in that video that Apple pretty much talked about a lot of stuff, man. And one of those things was the updates coming to iPadOS. And boy, let me tell you, there was some good ones in it. And we are pretty much gonna cover all of the favorite things that I liked about it and that pretty much got me thinking about, is it finally time to buy an iPad Pro? But before we actually get into all of that, can we just first appreciate how refreshing it was that Apple had a great WWDC keynote? Because we all know, guys, it's been a while since they've had this great of a show. So man, I mean, all in all, man, it's got me excited for the fall and what's to come. So Tim Cook and the team, salute to y'all, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. Now, the first feature that has me thinking about buying an iPad Pro is the new home screen. Now, Apple finally is opening up that operating system by now allowing you to place widgets on the home screen now. This is a feature that I've always loved with Android phones, with my Galaxy Note 9, Galaxy S10, Pixel 3a, new Mobile G3 Plus, and others, that pretty much finally getting to see that Apple is now taking that approach is a positive thing. I can now get my weather, I can see what I got on my calendar right on my widget screen, and my favorite, AI, Google Assistant. I mean, hey, sorry Siri, I'm just loyal to Google. And I also keep my subscriber count up there as well. So it's cool to see that Apple is adopting this feature. Although I really wish that they would have announced that also to be a part of the iOS 13. So go ahead and let me know if that is something that you guys want me to talk about, which are some of the favorite things that I liked about iOS 13 that's coming. All right, so the next feature that I like that they announced is called Slide Over. Now, this is where Apple will now allow you guys to be able to quickly access your apps in the multitasking view, where you can easily just pretty much switch between apps with just swiping through them. And then with one tap, you can expand all of them out so you can see what you got and have open and different things like that, all in your Slide Over section. And within all of that, which is one of my favorites, is that they're now allowing you to run multiple instances of the same application at the same time in split view. Now, to me, y'all, this is clutch because I pretty much use Notes a lot when I'm planning out videos like this one. I'm able to open up 2 different Notes apps, 2 web browsers, 2 calendars, 2 Twitter accounts, etc., and have them side by side. And to me, y'all, this is exactly what I've been wanting, and this is a feature that makes this more and more like a laptop replacement, which I know is the direction that Apple is trying to make the iPad Pro to become. So I think this is definitely perfect strides for that. Next feature that I like, y'all, is called Sidecar. Now, this is a combination of macOS Catalina as well as iPadOS, but basically this would allow you guys to extend your screen of your Mac to your iPad. Now, to me, this is clutch when I may be traveling or need to, edit something on my laptop and want to have a second display monitor, because I don't want to be one of those people carrying a monitor through an airport. So I can just load up Sidecar feature and boom, now I actually have a secondary monitor display. And you can pair it with something like this, so that way you can have the look of an Apple monitor desktop when you're like in a hotel or a meeting room, or just whatever your normal day-to-day desk setup as well. And you also have the option to be able to mirror your Mac to your iPad Pro as well, which has little latency when they actually displayed it. But this is a dope feature to me, as it is something that I've always felt that the iPad should have pretty much had from jump. So it is nice to see that they are now finally giving us the features that we pretty much all want. Apple is just killing it with all of the stuff that they've added to iPadOS, but I'm still gonna let you guys know soon if I still think that it's worth buying an iPad Pro at this time. It's also, I'm gonna tell y'all about a best kept secret feature that they kind of glossed over, so definitely keep watching. Now, to me, another dope one is this new text editing gestures that I thought was super cool, because now with just your 3 fingers, you can do things like copy, paste, you can move your cursor now, which I thought was pretty dope. So basically how you copy something, you can just do this motion, I think it's down. Yeah, you can do this motion like this right on the iPad screen, and just like that is going to copy it. And then let's say you want to paste it, you can now move your cursor with just 1 finger, so you don't have to do the whole thing, wait for the magnifying glass to pop up for you to see copy, paste, cut, and all of that. All you got to do now is just move the cursor down to where you guys want it, and now be able to paste it. You just do this motion like that on the screen, and bam, it is going to paste what you guys copied right into that section of where you guys had the cursor. And I'm not gonna lie, when they actually displayed it, I was like, this is legit magic. And I actually can't wait to try it out. And you can also undo text as well. I forgot to mention that using those same 3 fingers, you can just swipe to the left and you can just undo the text. Now, you don't really have to shake the device anymore like you had to do in the past, but they did mention that you still can shake the device to undo, but why would you when you got all of these cool gestures? But hey, I'm not here to judge. All right, so the next features are with the keyboard that I like, which is now Apple is giving us a floating keyboard that you can literally just pinch down to size that is perfect for you. So this is pretty much gonna make it easier for people to be able to use an iPad with just one hand, which I thought was pretty dope. And I also like the quick path feature, which is pretty much similar to Google's Gboard swipe to text feature. It's basically that, but Apple's version of doing it. It's not new technology, but I am happy to see that Apple is adopting this feature. Now, the biggest one that I like is the newly redesigned Files app. Now, this one was one of the best things that they announced for me as a creator, because being able to now access my home server, like my Synology system that I got behind me, is just clutch. And I can also connect an external hard drive, SD cards. I can plug right in from my A7 III camera right into my iPad Pro, and I can get all of my footage that I have on this exactly from this video right here. I can pull this footage or photos or anything that I've taken right into my Files app, which is just clutch. Now, I'll go ahead and link my guy Viper's video. He did a whole video showcasing how you guys would do this. So if that's something you guys want to check out, I have it right up here on the screen as well as down in the description below. Definitely go check his video out, because it shows you exactly how you guys can do this, because he actually has an Apple Pro, or an iPad Pro, an Apple Pro. He actually has an iPad Pro. So go ahead and check that out. Another big one, man, to me that they announced was dealing with privacy. Now, this is going across all of their operating systems that they announced, and that is sign in with Apple. So you know how you pretty much download an app today and it'll say something like sign in with Facebook or sign in with Google. Well, when you do that, you pretty much are passing to those applications your email address and any other email that, or any other information that they're capturing with that sign in to be able to track you. Well, Apple pretty much redesigned it to now allow you guys to sign in with Apple, where it will encrypt your email and pass that encrypted random email address to them. So that way you can also manage to delete it if you don't want to, send them that information anymore. And they will never actually see your real email address, which I thought was pretty dope. And Apple didn't pretty much stop there, because the beauty of this thing is each time that you use this feature within another application, it will create another encrypted email and pass that to that application instead of, your personal email address. So that way no 2 encrypted email addresses will be the same, so that they won't even be able to track you by passing that same encrypted email address from one application to another application. And to me, man, this is huge for Apple taking these steps to ensure our privacy, because this is a crazy world, because we all know how Facebook roll. And last, some quick honorable mentions that I thought: Apple Maps, which is honestly turning more into Google Maps, which is okay, but it's fine because I like Google Maps, so I'm all for it. So audio sharing is another one. With AirPods is another good feature that they talked about. So let's pretty much say that you're traveling on a plane, or you're just out and about, and let's say you're watching a YouTube video, or you're watching a movie, or listening to some music. You can now pair 2 AirPods to one iPad, so that way both of you guys can listen to the same content off of one iPad device. So what that means is no more taking your dirty AirPods out and sharing it with someone, which I hope y'all wasn't out here just spreading germs out here, because now Apple pretty much fixed that. So if y'all was, let's end that. And last one was called Handoff to HomePod. Now, although HomePod gets a bad rap out here in today, but to me, it is the best sounding speakers in the game in regards to home AI speakers. And to me, it has the best far field listening technology as well in the game. Well, let's pretty much say that you're listening to music, or you're on a call on your iPad, and you walk through your door, your house, and you got a HomePod sitting on your desk. All you have to do now is just hover the HomePod over your speaker, or hover the iPad over your HomePod, and it will seamlessly transfer your audio or your phone call right to the HomePod. I mean, again, Apple magic. So to answer today's video question, is it finally time to buy an iPad Pro? To me, Yes. I think with the strides that Apple has made is the perfect time to now buy an iPad Pro. I feel for the first time, it is now starting to become into its own and be a tool for people that they can use as a standalone laptop-like device. Now, I'm not actually saying that it is fully ready to replace laptops because there are still some advantages of owning a laptop over an iPad Pro, but this is still moving in the right direction in my opinion. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that we finally got mouse support on the iPad as well. Now, that cursor definitely has some room for improving because it is pretty large, but again, this is the right strides that that I'm personally seeing that Apple making to making this a standalone laptop-like device. Now, I'm personally saving my own coins as we speak so I can pick up that iPad Pro myself because it's finally, in my opinion, worth the money to invest in with these types of features and why it is no doubt the best tablet that you can buy on the market, hands down. Well, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Click right here to find out about the Mac Pro and why I personally think it is not for you and who it's actually really for. So if you haven't watched it, see y'all over there. Peace.